Have you ever had that feeling? You know, when everything around you seems just slightly different. Like the world shifted in the blink of an eye, but you didn't notice it. Ever wonder what it would be like if these little changes weren't just coincidences or quirks in perception? What if you were actually moving between different versions of reality without even realizing it? Yeah, I know it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but bear with me. The idea of parallel realities isn't just fantasy. It's something quantum physics has been studying, and it's been suggesting for a while now that there are infinite versions of reality existing at the same time. Different timelines, different versions of you, different versions of the world around you all coexisting, just waiting for you to tap into them. And here's the kicker. These shifts, these changes, they're not as big as you might think. Sometimes they're so subtle that they're almost unnoticeable. But every time you make a decision, feel something, or think something, you're shifting. You are moving from one reality to another, just like that. Sometimes it's just a little adjustment, like something feeling out of place. Other times, it's a huge change, so deep, it challenges everything you know about what's real. The reality we live in, the one you think is constant, is actually fluid. It's moldable. The version of you that's here right now might not be the same as it was just a minute ago. And that's the beauty of it. That's where transformation happens. You can shift your perception, shift your mindset, and boom, you're on a completely new path, one that aligns with a higher version of yourself. Now, I'm not talking about some abstract philosophical idea. I'm talking about real, everyday moments. When you notice something odd, like a cup being in a different place than you left it, or a song that you swear you've heard before, but it's just a little different. Maybe you've had those moments of déjà vu, right? You've felt like you've lived that moment before, but with a small change. That's not just your mind playing tricks. You're likely shifting into a new version of reality. Think of your life like an ocean. Every wave represents a different version of your reality. Every decision you make, no matter how small, sends out a ripple that changes the path you're on. That ripple could be so tiny that it feels almost identical to what came before, or it could be so massive, it completely redirects your course. What makes it real is your consciousness, the way you perceive and interpret those ripples. And just like a film reel is made up of individual frames, your life is a series of fragmented moments. Each one is a reality in itself, and your mind is the one that connects them to create the illusion of continuity. But the truth is, you're constantly moving through different frames. The illusion of a stable reality. That's just your mind filling in the gaps. You see, the more aware you become of these subtle shifts, the more you can consciously shape your reality. Every choice you make, even if it seems small, could be the one that shifts you into a new path. That's what this is all about, becoming the creator of your reality, not just a passive observer. Now, how do you know if you've already shifted into a new reality? How do you spot the signs? The first thing to look out for is the feeling that something's off. You walk into a room, and something's not where you left it. Or maybe you're just walking down the street, and you get a weird sense that things have changed, even though everything looks the same. These little moments, these micro shifts, are signs that you've transitioned into a new reality. The reason you may not notice it immediately is because the transition is so smooth. It's like the shift between two frames in a movie. One moment it's one way, and the next, it's different. It's so subtle that it feels like you're just flowing with it. And sometimes that's exactly what's happening. Your mind is just smoothing over the change, making it feel like nothing happened, when in fact, everything has shifted. And that's the beauty of it. Every time you move between these realities, you're evolving. You're growing. These small changes, they matter. They might seem like nothing, but they're guiding you towards something better, something more aligned with who you're meant to be. So let's take this a step further. Imagine you're in a situation where something drastic could happen. Maybe you're driving, and it feels like an accident is about to happen. But suddenly, everything just shifts, and you're fine. Or maybe you're going through a tough emotional moment, and out of nowhere, you feel this wave of clarity. Like, something just clicked, and now everything feels right. These are not coincidences. These are signs that you're shifting between realities. You've just moved into a new version of your life where the outcome is different. Maybe you avoided the accident, or maybe that emotional crisis led to personal growth instead of breakdown. That's not random. That's you navigating through different versions of your reality, picking the one that serves you best. And here's something really wild to consider. Your memories. Yeah, your memory is the very foundation of your past. They're not as fixed as you think. When you shift into a new reality, your memories might shift with you. Have you ever had a memory that seemed so clear, but then later, you realized it didn't happen quite the way you thought? That's not you forgetting details. That's your brain adjusting your memory to align with the new version of you that's living in a different reality. This phenomenon is known as brain plasticity. The brain is constantly adapting to new experiences, new information. Every time you access a memory, your brain reconstructs it. And when you're moving between different realities, those memories aren't just static records. They're dynamic, always reshaping themselves to fit the new version of your life. So what does this mean for you? It means that your perception of the past is as fluid as your present. If you can shift your reality, you can shift your memories too. The pain from your past, the regret, the frustration, all of that can be recontextualized. You can look back and see those events not as things that defined you, but as experiences that helped you evolve into the person you are today. This idea, this understanding that both the past and present are fluid, is incredibly liberating. It means you're not locked into a narrative that someone else wrote for you. You have the power to rewrite your story, to choose how you view your past and how you want to shape your future. And you know what? That's what personal growth is all about. It's not about waiting for something big to happen. It's about recognizing these little shifts, these small changes, and understanding that they're leading you towards something bigger. It's about becoming aware of your ability to create the reality you want to live in. Every time you notice something out of place, whether it's a memory shifting, a moment of déjà vu, or a sudden wave of clarity, you have the chance to reflect. You have the chance to ask yourself, what does this change mean for me? Who am I becoming? And when you do that, you start aligning more and more with the version of yourself that you truly want to be. So, the next time something feels off, don't just brush it aside. Pay attention, reflect. These little moments are the universe's way of telling you that you're on the verge of something big. You're shifting, you're evolving, and it's time to embrace that power. Because when you start paying attention to these subtle shifts in your reality, you'll realize just how much power you really have. You're not just an observer of life. You're the creator. You have the ability to shape your reality, to align with the version of yourself that you're meant to be. And remember, the more you tune into these changes, the more you can consciously choose the path you want to take. It's not about controlling every little detail. It's about being aware of the power you have to steer your life in the direction you want it to go. Life isn't a straight line. It's not some fixed, unchangeable road. It's a journey full of possibilities, full of potential. And you're the one driving. So take the wheel, recognize the shifts, make the changes, and watch as your reality transforms into something better. Something more aligned with who you truly are. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with someone who might need to hear this, and let's keep this conversation going. The power is in your hands. Let's create the reality we deserve.